What's up, community? This is Frank Gatson Jr. What's brewing today?
The Frank Gatson.
Beyonce, Brandy, and EnVogue.
And Curiosity. Is that Frank? So get your cups ready for Minoritea Report. Hey, welcome to Minoritea Report. It's Auntie Carell.
It's Auntie Dewan.
And it's Auntie Jarrell. Hey, y'all. I'm back.
You back? I know you was missing last week.
I was gone last week. I was.
Missing.
I don't know. What was I doing last week?
We did miss you.
The most. The most.
Yeah.
As always.
No, I was working. That's what it was.
You were
I was
working.
working. I was like, because normally I'm doing the most. So I was like, that sounds about on brand. But now this time, niggas was working, getting the coin, out here teaching the folks,
get the bag.
Making sure our people are understanding about the technology and the cloud, and we educating our people, and making sure we ain't getting left behind. So,
honey, a word.
I'm okay with doing
that. We did give you a forewarning last week that you wanted to tune into this week's episode because we were super excited. So hold on, I always do these like random intros. So we got I'm going to start with legend. I don't throw that word that often because it's not necessary for a lot of folks, but for this person is extra necessary. The legend, the choreographer, the art. What's your terminology? The artist, visual director, or creator.
Well, I can speak.
Honestly, this human being has worked with your favorites. Has created for your favorites. Like, let's be all the way real. The Brandys, the EnVogues, the Destiny's Children, the Beyoncés, the Neos, the Ushers, the Shantae Moores, the
Tinas, everybody.
Walking on. Is that Frank? That's what we're gonna go. Is that Frank? Is that Frank Gatson I see?
Welcome, baby.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Yes.
My Lord.
Was I on the whole time cheating like that?
You sure were. Yeah,
Yes,
we got it.
Honey, we got it all.
He said, I did all
But
that.
can I say why I'm here?
Yes.
Okay, first of all, I like the term director, choreographer, creative director. That's who I am now, okay?
Yes.
But when I saw you all talking about Honey Balenciaga,
That's a word.
and how you describe
y'all
her entrance, okay, I was like, wow, they get it, that's all. I mean, and I just was just taken by the good critique of what it was, the magic, the like the going for blood. Do you understand that terminology?
Absolutely.
100%.
And I saw her in Chicago, and I was there to see her, and she was injured, or the shoe broke or something. The shoe broke, but it did not deter. I mean, it was like something like something took over. I'm going to make this work. It just.
And not everybody has.
Did you see it?
Yes.
I did.
Yes.
I did. Yes.
That's why I'm here. Okay, just because I said they know. Well, they know.
Yeah.
Period.
We know a little something, just a little something.
People got upset a little bit in the DMs talking about how I was like, Cha-Cha did good, however, comma.
Wait, now
Honey
Cha-Cha
Balenciaga is another thing.
I didn't see Cha-Cha. I saw
it was when Honey got hurt.
it was Cha-Cha's after the injury, right?
Yeah.
So it was like an understudy thing.
It was an
understudy.
Your words, not mine, but yes.
Okay, understood. I got it. I got to go see that one. I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Well, I think she going now. Honey back.
Yeah, but
Honey is back.
It's a wrap.
Yeah, it's on the internet. It's on the internet. It's out there. Yeah,
you can find it
out
if
there.
But no,
you can find it if you want to.
I want to. I love good dancing.
She did
Absolutely.
good.
Yeah.
it's just certain people just have this star quality and the hunger to want to be that good as well. That exudes out of Honey. So that was what I was saying.
It's a gift. It's a gift.
Yeah.
You know, like I always tell the story. I don't want to bore you guys. I met Beyonce in 1997, Ventura and Violin. I walked in there. She had a white terry cloth outfit on, brand new tennis shoes. And I looked at that girl. She looked at me. You know, Latavia, Latoya, and Kelly, they were amazing. But Beyonce looked at me, and we started to work. And we taught I taught no. That's my first job I ever did with them. And I walked out of that rehearsal, and I called my friends. I said, "Yo, I just met the second coming of Michael Jackson." I knew it within an hour. Okay, and everybody said, "Oh, you tripping?" I said, "You're tripping." I said, "Watch." And here it is. You know, and people be like, "She's not Michael Jackson." I don't mean she's Michael Jackson, but it's that gifted thing that comes to earth. That's just something. And then the other thing that's amazing about B, and I don't, you know, I mean, Brandy's amazing. All EnVogue is amazing. Luke is amazing. But the thing that I recognized about Beyonce is at 15, she got it. She knew. And she knew with humility.
And that's huge.
Does that know?
That's huge.
Yeah.
Yes.
1000%. 1000%. And I feel like this this tour represent all of that as well too. Like you can see all of it, especially how she's interacting with the crowd. You can see the level of joy that she is having on stage as well too. Like I feel like this tour is also a reflection of who she is and how she is as a person as well.
You're late. She always been okay.
No. I'm not late. What I mean is like I feel like she's more bold with it, and like in a way of she's not playing the games of trying to make music or trying to be a certain kind of way.
Okay.
Like I felt like this was just very more unapologetic about it. Because let me tell you, I fall asleep watching old like interviews. One of my passing times is I don't get Beyonce interviews no more, so I like to go on YouTube. I'm a beehiver through and through. I sure do. But I just, as someone who's been following her forever, and one of the first CDs I bought as a young gay Black boy was, you know, Writings on the Wall. Like I've just been a fan forever, and so like
that's Destiny's Child. That's not Beyonce.
No. But I've been following her since Destiny's Child. Like I've been a Beyonce fan since the beginning.
Okay, I get it.
Right? Like
I just think it's unfair when we talk about the project. We can't just pick out Beyonce. You know,
no.
Destiny's Child, 2003. Beyonce became Beyonce. You know, and I just think
you said different times.
Yeah, because I anybody I work with, I fight for them. You know, I believe in artists that I work with. You know, I get fired a lot because I'm so honest. You know, I've been fired by Usher a few times.
Good.
And I just tell the truth. And I think, you know, I think the reason I tell the truth is because of Katherine Jackson. Isn't that deep?
Okay.
And it's because when my first job was a dancer in Michael Jackson's Smooth Criminal.
Smooth Criminal, baby.
Okay. Yeah. And it was in 1986. And I was on the set. And Michael Jackson's mother came to the set. I'll never forget it. And this shaped Frank. Okay. She was sitting there eating popcorn, and I have this scene where I run through the club and I shoot a gun. The guy does a back handspring, and Michael's I do like this. It's a shot. It's really hard to see, but I did the shot. And Michael was amazing. I always remember how well manicured his fingers were for some reason. I don't know why. And his mother came to the set, right? And she was sitting over there eating popcorn. And I was just like, look, that's Katherine Jackson, just fascinated by Katherine Jackson. And there was another woman with her, and they were just eating rich Black people popcorn. Okay? And I'm watching it. But the thing that changed my life is when she took the popcorn, right? And did like this to the salt. And I said, damn, they Black just like me. You know, and I knew right then and there that they're human, just like me, just like you. And I knew I could make it. And so when I began to work with artists, I would always remember that, and I would never blow smoke up their ass. Okay, I would
because honestly, at the end of the day, that's not what you want to be great. Like you want the honesty.
Some want that.
Okay, not
some
me.
That's a very true statement, because there's not a lot of people that.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. There's just not a lot of people that can handle honesty. They claim that they want it, but they're not ready to receive it. And when you were talking about how you had been fired from many jobs for being too honest, and I said, good. We need people that are lighting the torch of truth in front of people so they can know what's bullshit and what's not.
Right.
Because if you don't have people doing that,
it's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? But I think that the upside to that is that I got hired back because they knew I was
because I knew.
That's
right.
You understand? It wasn't like just like, why he say that? No, you were awful on that number. You did this. You were flat. And that's why I love Beyonce and I love Brandy and I love EnVogue. They come off stage. Where's Frank? He'll tell us the truth. He'll tell us. And it's not that I'm being negative. I just believe in greatness. I believe in you got to bring it. It's got to be like the Holy Ghost. It's got to be like on some other level. You can't play. This ain't high school talent show. This ain't the Church of God in Christ. This is not the
how much of your truth? How much of your truth is criticism versus praise?
Oh, I give praise. I'll run when I get praise. I'll run around the arena. They know when it's magical. Like I remember when Brandy did Begging and Pleading on Black Girls Rock. Ooh. I don't know if you see.
Was it Black Girls Rock? It was on BET though. It was on BET.
I think it was Begging and Pleading. There's a picture where I come into Brandy's dressing room and I go like this to her because it was that amazing. But even that went over people's heads. Mm-hmm. But I was there. It didn't go over my head, and it didn't go over her head. Yeah. We knew what that was. It was one of those moments.
She was singing her face off that night.
Really was. And I still listen to that song.
She was singing from that place, that word we can't use.
Mm-hmm.
The DNA came screaming.
You can't say it. That's so that's praise. Does that make sense? That's praise.
Yeah.
And y'all know what I mean. That's why when you all did this step with Honey Balenciaga, I knew what y'all meant.
I think it's important. I think it's important for people to hear the message because there are a lot of people out there that anchor themselves off of I'm the meanest, I'm the baddest, I'm the this, I'm the that. And that doesn't put positive vibration out there and you don't receive it back. And what you do get back is a lot more of that same energy. Right. It's refreshing to hear from your perspective that with the criticism, which is needed, that kind of truth, it also balanced with the praise. And it's not a over indexing on one or the other. It's just you're speaking the truth and delivering it in a way that people can grow from it.
Right. And there may be a lot of haters that just you took that the right way. But another title that I had because I felt like record companies didn't respect choreographers when I was back doing choreography back in the day. So I came up with this term, artist visual developer. So I was responsible for anything that people saw. And to this day, a lot of executives and people, especially people of color, they don't respect choreography. If they did, it would be on the BET Awards.
Which is wild.
If they did, we would get more praise. We'd get more money. So I found myself.
Damn. Because choreography be like the mainstay of you could have a shit song, but the choreography make that shit go to the moon.
And better than that, we spend the most time with the artists.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, you work on a song for the BET Awards. The person knows the song. They may rearrange it, but we be like 3 weeks in there or a month, learning all the movement, going over the steps, coming up with the concept, coming up with trying to believe it, trying to change it, hiring dancers, auditioning dancers. It's like, come on, there's something wrong. Because I'm like, I think it's because hip hop, for example, I don't think they fuck with male choreographers. It was something really phobia about that. And
down.
So I think the whole thing is just not getting respect. Oh, they just do steps. Oh no, we make stars.
It's interesting you say that though, because like tonight, like we're recording on the night of the Video Music Awards, by the way. Right. And I just watched the opening, and Sean Bankhead, who like I know
I
you're
love
well
Sean.
versed with.
That's in he's in my
helped
family
Lil,
tree. You understand?
Really?
your lineage
Yeah,
is
yeah.
crazy. We'll get to that piece. But he choreographed so Lil Wayne opened up the VMAs this year.
Oh wow!
And he choreographed Lil Wayne's opening.
Oh, it's on
Yeah, like
downstairs. Well, I'm in LA. It hasn't come on here yet. I don't think.
Yeah,
Okay,
I don't think so. That's why I'm literally going on my guide on my phone to
Oh, 'cause
record
I
it right now.
My
I
bad.
wanted to watch it.
Spoiler alert. But no, and so Sean, who's like a friend of the show as well,
crooked.
put it out on Instagram earlier today saying the GOAT called me for his opening number today. And so it's cool to hear that maybe there is a little progress because Wayne is like in my book top 5, you know, for me. But to see that for someone that is a black queer that he called and said, no, you the hottest. I need a hot choreography for this shit. And it is what it is, you know, and for that to kind of be a public knowledge and things like that. So just to see like the journey maybe of your career to now in 2023, that maybe hopefully some of that homophobia and maybe whatever it is kind of gets pushed aside because hot is hot at the end of the day.
But I'm not trying to talk about sexuality, but Sean comes across as a man. He ain't come in the room tripping. And so he gonna do some man shit with his choreography. So it just, you know, it's how loud you are.
Yeah.
I think that's the part that I'm talking about.
You gonna hire the guy that says, giving him something he can feel.
Right.
Hey, right. Now that's my favorite. Now that might be my favorite.
Yeah, but once again, I was inspired by Lester Wilson's Sparkle.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the original Sparkle.
I see it.
When those girls like Lynetta McKee and them would turn their back, ooh, you know,
right.
Yes. You know, like they call me and Beyonce a thief. But we're not thieves. We get inspired by other things. Michael Jackson was inspired by Bandwagon. Michael Jackson was inspired by Beat It. Michael Jackson was Thriller is from a Bob Fosse movie. It's like you see, you know, you see these little things, and then you kind of make them your own.
The little hip thing.
But you create your own.
Singers get away with it. Oh, that's a so and so run. Oh, that's how so and so sing. Oh, that's how Whitney did a run. You know, I think thievery is flattery.
Yeah. And I mean, inspiration comes from all different types of places and sources, right?
And we're in a culture that we sample all day, every day, and nobody says shit about that.
But also, like, how long Jay-Z made up this?
He made it.
He made up the single lady. He did.
We were sitting in a circle one day, and we were like, what says put a ring on it? And Jay-Z, don't girls be like this? That's what
you lying. I will never, ever. I will never unsee that. I had no idea. Get out.
It was me, Kim Burse, Beyonce, Jaquel, and Kim Burse. I said her, and we were just sitting in a circle like how we are right now. And we were just trying to come up with that right gesture. I came up with to the left.
There are a gazillion people listening to this episode right now that their minds are blowing out of this atmosphere.
Mine's included.
But I love to give credit where credit's due.
Yes.
Period.
You understand?
Period.
I just think that's how you get blessed.
That's one of the beautiful things about having a gift, whatever that is. Like, it's a gift because you do give it. You give it away. You know, so being creative in the way that you're creative and having the talents that you have, that is a gift. And the best thing to do with a gift is to give it to someone. So I think
share
that's beautiful.
Share the light, sparkle brighter.
Yes.
There we go.
Yeah.
You're sharing your light with me. I'm sharing my light with y'all.
Oh,
and we
absolutely.
You know, that's how I look.
1,000%.
You know.
So question for you. How did you get from Smooth Criminal to like EnVogue and Brandy and like the rest is history kind of moments?
Oh, good question. Okay. So Smooth Criminal was my first professional job, right?
Mm-hmm. And what a break.
And I made $10,000. Okay.
I know that's right.
Dancer.
Yes.
Okay? Amazing. So I came in seeing the best. We shot that video for 30 days. 30 days, okay?
Wow. Did Michael Peters choreograph that?
That was Vince Patterson, one of Michael Peters' proteges. Vince Patterson and Michael Peters are the rivals in Beat It, that video.
Right. Yeah.
Vince Patterson is a white guy. And Mike was, black guy, okay?
Yeah.
But Ask the question again. I'm sorry. I get up.
Yeah, so you got Smooth Criminal in what, 86, 87, and then EnVogue is what, like 89, 90. How did you get from
So
Smooth
basically,
Criminal?
there's a young lady named Cheryl Cobb that told me, Frank, get out of New York. That they starving there. You need to come to LA. You'll make it in LA. So that's why I came to LA and I auditioned. She's a great friend to this day. And she had a pageant. It was called the Miss Black California Scholarship Pageant. And she let me choreograph. Okay. And Cindy Herron was in that pageant. You know who that is?
There we go.
Yeah.
Cindy from EnVogue.
Cindy, yes.
Just liked how I did the pageant, and she talked EnVogue into auditioning us, me, Lavelle, and Travis. And we didn't have any credentials. And I had met Lavelle on the set of Smooth Criminal. Okay. He was a great guy, amazing dancer. He was he was like how I was to Beyonce, that's how he was to Michael Jackson. Lavelle Smith. Look him up. Okay. And Cindy just said, we need to work with these guys. But they had auditioned Michael Peters, Lester Wilson, all these big time choreographers. So we didn't have a chance, we thought. So we said, EnVogue, let us do it for free. Okay. And if you love it,
also
then you'll hire. And we did My Love and Never Gonna Get It. And now the rest is history. And then from there,
Cindy always was my favorite. Cindy was always my favorite. I just have to put that out there.
Who?
Cindy.
Cindy was always your favorite.
She was always my favorite.
Yes. I think Cindy had just done more than the other girls. She had been an actress. She had been in pageants, She just knew the business a little more. But Cindy is wonderful. She's a Libra. But I think I'm indebted to Cindy forever for giving us that chance. And then from there, I think Camille York from Columbia Records, she was a video commissioner. She saw my work with EnVogue. That's how I got to Destiny's Child. Tyrese, I managed Tyrese for a minute. A brother of mine knew who I was and said, Frank is very passionate. I met Tyrese. I thought Tyrese was crazy as hell. But, I went on to manage Tyrese. He's just passionate, I think, about opinionated.
I love black folks. I love us because we will say that too. Some of us are just passionate.
He's just passionate.
And it was like a blessing. Everything just snowballed into something else. Usher, I met his mother in Milwaukee, and I just said to her, that's one of the most amazing acts I've ever seen in my life. She called me the next day to help come work with Usher, and I did You Make Me Wanna, and You Remind Me. And then I brought a guy named Todd to help. And, so I collaborated with a lot of people because I was that busy, if that makes sense. And then I got to work with Michael Jackson because of Lavelle. Once Lavelle had done Smooth Criminal, he went on tour with Michael Jackson with Bad. Then they brought me in to do the first Dangerous. And I kind of was like the co-choreographer with Travis and Lavelle. And then
And was it you that did the iconic Dangerous one at was it American Music Awards where he had sprained his ankle?
People don't know that was the first one. That's the one that I was the creative director on / choreographer.
Bitch. Okay. And Michael had that. He had that little press curl.
Right. But he
doing the shit out that chair.
He did Dangerous again, but Lavelle and Travis didn't.
Oh no! Oh wait.
They did it for the MTV Awards. They didn't like me.
That's the one where he's in the black suit.
They fell out with me, and they didn't let me work on that one. Okay. I know they're gonna be mad I said that, but I didn't fall out with them. I never fall out with people. I never take show business personal. This is not like business. Okay.
Yeah.
That's why the Jewish people got so much money. They don't fall out making money. We black folks got to stop falling out over making money. I ain't gotta like your ass.
We fall out about not making money.
Absolutely.
We fall out about losing money.
So I love Lavelle and Travis to this day. And I'm glad that they came around, but it's just everybody gets too territorial with this shit. It ain't like that.
Yeah. I think one of the things that we've learned, especially going into like 2024, that there is you think that the table is only so big, right? But there is enough to eat for everybody. There is, but you got to have the talent. You got to have the mental game. You have to have the perseverance. You have to have the ability to. You have to bring some stuff to the table. And a lot of people that aren't willing to put the work in, they're not seeing the results. Well, it's because you're not putting the work in.
Yeah, but it's simpler than that. Don't take it personal. I've never been in corporate America, and that's different because of HR and all that stuff. But show business is just something unfair. So if we get in the room, let's lift the car together.
Yeah.
Okay. And sometimes you have 10 hours to shoot a video that takes a week to do. You can get a little huffy puffy, but if I disrespect you and say something wrong to you when we're having dinner, you should be mad at me. But when we're in the trenches trying to get this up, it's like sports. Yo, man, why you didn't pass me that fucking ball? It's like that. It's so simple if you really, really think about it. And I just say to everybody who is color black, all people of color, stop taking this shit personal. Stop. Okay?
Yeah.
And people don't think that because someone hollered at you, that is disrespect. It's called showbiz, just showbiz, showbiz, just showbiz.
Tyra Banks once said when she yells at a girl, it reminds her of her mom because her mom yells at her and she loves her.
and then just so I can go on record with you guys, when I don't raise my voice, I don't care about you.
Oh,
that
damn.
part.
I mean,
that's a word.
Because going back to about being passionate, right? Like if I'm sitting here just like this, that means I don't care.
Right.
But if I care, you gonna hear me speak a little louder, right? Because and you know how we are, and you know how we are as black folks, right? Like as black folks, like there's a difference between yelling and speaking louder, right? When we yell, we'll be angry, but when we speak louder, that means we are invested. We care. Whatever we talking about, whatever we doing, we are all into that. And there's a difference because when we get silent,
honey, it's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
You don't give a shit.
It's a wrap.
And that's a pretty private.
Girl, where my purse at?
Yeah. Quiet is powerful though.
Yes. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
When somebody's silent, that's powerful.
Because it lets you in, right? Because again, if we know how being vocal can show up, we also know that when you remove that from the table, how much a person can miss that, how powerful your voice is, even in the absence of your voice.
Right. But I just want people to understand. I've done this for a long time, man, and that's why I'm doing this facility in Wisconsin. I got to share this. I can change generations with my what I've done in life. I created stars. I say that in my humble voice.
Absolutely.
You did.
Create stars, okay? And I get information. I still don't understand for the life of me. I'm going to say this: why don't we have an attractive black male group, 5'10" or better?
I know we was having this conversation.
That's
literally.
And no disrespect to female groups. There's no way that a black female group can be better than a black male group.
Ooh, why?
Because a black male group hits all demographics. The gays are going to love the male group. The girls are going to love the male group. The white girls are going to love the male group. If they're really cool, the guys are going to love the male group. Okay, but in the female group, some guys ain't messing with no female group. Some girls I hate. It's a no-brainer. I don't want to sound like a chauvinist or nothing like that. It's just that
but the way that you broke it down in that particular way takes away the patriarchy from the comment.
Right. But what is it about? I'm a commercial whore.
I wasn't ready for that.
Okay, like everything I do is to make you like the product.
Luke, you said director. What did you say? Director of visual representation,
artist, visual developer.
That part. Wait, let me take another drink.
I know this is going to be really crazy when people hear this, but when men run the business, they're hiring beautiful females to be beautiful females as singers in groups. Where are the men or the women who hire good-looking men to blow people's minds?
Right here.
But you're absolutely right.
Think about
that's interesting.
But let's talk about it. I mean, like, when's the last time we've seen like a good men's group?
I comment. All I know, they ain't been a good-looking male group since the Jackson 5 and Temptations. End of conversation.
Well.
Okay.
And that's on what? Period.
He said all y'all hoes ugly.
They said you already know.
there's been a lot of young groups that are, cute. I get in trouble. Don't get me in trouble, right?
We ain't gonna get you in trouble.
He said nice gowns, really nice gowns.
Right, he said beautiful gowns.
Sorry?
Like, that's an Aretha comment.
Say it again.
Aretha. We always say beautiful gowns when we kind of like, we're like, it's okay. Because reporter asked Aretha about Taylor Swift, and she's like, beautiful gowns.
She said Beyonce, gorgeous voice. I love her.
She's like, right,
Taylor Swift
and hard worker.
Gowns.
Beautiful
gowns. Yep, and hard worker.
And hard worker.
And hard worker. She did say hard worker. Yep.
I love it. I work with Aretha.
Beautiful gowns.
Did y'all know I work with Aretha?
No.
Oh, please tell us, baby.
Please
tell that story.
Yeah, like when she did the Blues Brothers 2000, when she was the Mercedes.
Wow, yeah.
Like she called me on my phone. I wish I had that conversation on tape. Oh my God, I wish I had that conversation.
Aretha's everything.
She called me and she said, "Hello, may I speak to Frank Gatson?" And it was just, I was so blown away. I ran around the kitchen, you know what I mean? And I said, "This is Aretha Franklin." And she said, I'm doing this new movie, Blues Brothers 2000, and I want you to come down and kind of help me with my movement and stuff like that, okay? And I want you to help put my number up. We're going to do Respect, and we're going to be dressed to the nines.
I love it, honey.
Here for it. Yeah.
And I didn't say how she said it. And it was just amazing. And I'm mad at those movie people. If you look at the credits, they ain't got my goddamn name in there. It's doing Aretha Franklin number, okay?
Wow.
So that's what pisses me off. I love Barry Lather. He did the number with the men, but I worked on Aretha and her singers.
Aretha.
Okay. There's so many things that people don't know about me, but it's all right because God knows.
That's right.
I know that's right.
Well, hold on. What we need to do is just have Frank's Corner on this podcast and just be like, Frank, come back and tell us another story.
Somebody needs to give me a documentary. I got 1,000.
I know that's right.
I got
Netflix. Tick. Netflix. Are you listening?
I know, but people don't like me, man.
They'll be all right.
I'm misunderstood.
Right.
I know
they'll be fine.
But I'm not a bad guy. I'm a good guy. I love people, but I'm not. I say what I feel, and I know I'm not being rude when I say it, because I'm rude if I talk about somebody who's in their personal life. I'm talking about show business. Show business is like sports. It's like sports.
It's about the craft. It's about
the craft. Well, some people don't also understand the intent. Some people think that you say something and your intention is to hurt them, but it's never like that, right? Some people don't understand how to receive a message because they make it too personal.
Right.
But once you understand and remove the emotion, see, I'm a Capricorn, I can do shit without emotion, so I understand what you're talking about. Okay, I can deliver something, and it just is what it is. I'm not trying to hurt your feelings or chop you down or nothing. It's just the truth.
Did you see all those people hate on me when I said that Rihanna's Super Bowl was the best?
Yes.
I did see
I did see that.
And I want all those Beehive people to know this. I'm the original motherfucking Beehive.
Oh,
okay.
Tell them again, Frank. Tell them again.
She said, since she was 15. Since she was 15, and I was meeting her. How about that?
And I think they take that.
I was the one that said she Michael Jackson.
People take that out of context. Beyonce is amazing. Okay. There's no doubt again. But I said that her Super Bowl is number one. You know why? Because I'm a creative person.
Because you did her Super Bowl.
Okay. And when I look at that Super Bowl, the first thing that comes to mind, how genius to put the damn performance in the air. That's the most space in a stadium.
Yeah.
How novice, is that a word? Novice? Only on the field.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I saw the things floating around, oh my God. And then people said that she wasn't giving energy. It is an amateur move to always dance full out. Okay? When you can dance cool and do the damn steps, you're doing them. So that's what people
right.
And then that Paris young lady putting all those people dressed alike. Aren't football fields for marching bands that are dressed alike? You
better say a whole ass word tonight.
Let them know.
So So don't come for me with some bull because I had an opinion about the Super Bowl. And I did the Super Bowl with Beyonce. I think we did a wonderful job with it. But I can rate that it's better than mine. And then I'm going to
what's your top three then?
And then
what's your three?
Until she took her nipple out, that was the best.
She took a titty out.
Okay,
that was a good one. That's what people forget.
Yeah, that was a
good one.
Yeah. So Prince was great. Michael Jackson was great. I really enjoyed the one with Coldplay and Beyonce and things. But I just feel like overall, Beehive.
Well, let's be honest. Coldplay could have been out of it. It was Bruno and Beyonce.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but it's still his show. He was gracious enough to share his light with them.
You're right,
and that's all that matters. Okay.
Yeah,
because he knew. Right. He saw they rehearsals and said, "Hold up, we need to bring in the troops."
That's gracious though. Beyonce and Bruno, they killed that.
Bruno,
they killed it.
Yeah. They really did.
They're performers. But they're performers. They're performers.
But I was like, oh, they killing it. And they were having fun.
Yeah.
Black Panther and all that stuff. Oh my God.
Look. And it's interesting. Like that's my favorite, to me, that's my favorite Super Bowl performance. But it's just that part, right?
That part.
Like, because I had no idea. I was just like, all of a sudden I was like, so what?
I heard rumblings. I was like, wait, is Beyonce about to pop up again?
And don't you love how she went so full out and had to save the step? Does anybody know that?
That's what made it even better for me.
That goes back to Honey Balenciaga. You're living so hard that you almost fall out of the step. You can't cut that.
It's still kick ass after.
But she said, bounce. Good. Still hit it. I was like, yes, ma'am.
No, she lost one beat.
Yep.
One beat.
That's okay.
But caught the next one. You're right. That brings chills to me. Oh my goodness.
Well, question for you then. If you rank yours below Rihanna's, what would you do differently now?
Put it in the air.
Put yours at number 1. Put it in the air.
Put it in the air.
I know that's right.
That's an easy answer. Come on.
Yeah,
that's the answer.
You know what, Frank? You actually said something that for me, someone who, because when I saw Rihanna's halftime performance, I was like, all right, I like Paris. I love her choreography. I'm a big fan, and I wasn't moved as much. But now thinking about it, especially in the air, I was like, well, damn, ain't nobody done that.
Right.
Like, the only person that's been in the air is when Lady Gaga attempted to jump off that bitch. And I was like, well, that's about as high up in the air we got. So.
But I'm going to give you another one thing that makes it good for me. I teach artists never to give anybody your microphone.
Mm-hmm.
She gave that mic, did the makeup, and got that shit right back so smooth.
And that's pressure. That's pressure. And she looked back at the person who gave her the mic and thanked them.
A word.
Mm-hmm.
A word.
No one understands that pressure. You understand that pressure?
I could barely get my car keys out my pocket without fumbling them bitches.
Girl, let me see. Every time I put my key in the door, I try to do it on one take, be like, boop. And when you don't even do it, I still be like, can't do it. So imagine doing that on that.
You don't know how much I panicked when I couldn't find out how to get to this podcast thingy. I panicked.
But you were on time, baby. You were here.
You were here.
Ready to go.
But I just was. I wanted to be professional. I wanted to, you all have a nice impression of me as a professional. But I'm late. You get it.
Yeah, I get it. So before we go, I guess maybe to any other questions, it's interesting. Like the last year or so, you've kind of gone back to your roots of where you've grown up to Milwaukee. You've kind of hinted at it a little bit already. Tell us more about like the YWCA, like what that's all about. And then also this episode comes out on Monday. This Wednesday, you have an event with Ashley Everett and Jasmine, is it? Jasmine Harper. Tell us all about why you're invested in it,
So I got to be
YWCA, and what's all about.
We're not running out of time. Okay, no, we just want to make sure we
gave you time. We want to make sure we give you that platform.
Let me tell you the story really quickly. My mother didn't like LA. I had moved my mother to LA, and because my stepfather had passed away, we thought she should be here. She didn't like LA. Didn't know that. A friend of hers called me and my sister, says, Frank, bring your mother home. It kind of got emotional because when people usually say bring your mother home, they passed away or something.
It means something. Yeah.
So I can't even get emotional thinking about it. But my mother's healthy. I go and we move my mother to LA. I'm in LA. And And I went out to a place. I won't name the place because it's a great place. I love the place. And these girls took me to this place where they got good chicken wings. And I saw a sign on the door that said you have to be 30 to get in the club if you're black. Okay. And that blew my mind. I had never seen nothing like that. Okay. And so I talked to my friends, and Frank the kids are bad here. They come in the club and they shoot the club up and and you ain't been in here. I said, wait a minute. Not all the kids.
That part.
Okay. Can't you vet the kids that are all right to come in here? Because I want to have a beer with my nephew who's 25. Okay. No, you just don't understand. You don't understand. And I said, okay, fine. Put that in my mind, was tripped out by it. A lot of people thought like that, didn't understand why they thought like that. How do you give up on a whole generation? I used to go to this very club with my dad when I was 12 to have a Coca-Cola and some skins, pork skins. Okay?
Pork skins,
and he would and I had peanuts. I busted at 12, okay? And I know this place all my life, and it just broke my heart to see it. So that's that. I got my mama settled, and then a lady who had honored me, who just inherited the YWCA as the CEO. She said, Frank, come and see this building because the board wants to sell it. I don't want to go, but let me be nice. Let me go see the building. I'm on my way to go do a movie with Brandy, a Christmas movie that's getting ready to come out this winter.
I know. I can't wait in December.
I'm being Hollywood. Let me go to but I say, let me go see this building. I go see the building, y'all. I toured the building for an hour and a half. I come out of that building and I said, like God called me, like I was a preacher. Frank, you know what to do with this. And just like that, I thought about that club. I can save a generation by teaching them how to act, sing, dance. I can have that good-looking male group.
Period.
Okay? Milwaukee's 40% black. I can empower women by making sure their little girls learn ballet and stay out of trouble. I can empower basketball players by trying to get them out of their head. Maybe you all need to take a little ballet so y'all can jump better. And so the name of the center is going to be called the Intergenerational Performing Arts and Athletics Center. And I need people to help me fundraise. And so we had our first gala, last December 28th. And I had Luke there, I had EnVogue there, I had Brandy there, I had Shonda there. Well, Brandy helped me green light the program. She came to Milwaukee June 8th. Really? And so, and just, so she's an ambassador for it. Carl Lewis is an ambassador for it. Anthony Burrell's an ambassador for it. Luke James is just deep. And DeAndrea turned it out, my first gala. So that's what it is. Major turned it out.
DeAndrea must be singing on something different.
I had 100 kids dance down the aisles in the Performing Arts Center. The Performing Arts Center in Milwaukee is like the Kodak Theater in LA. It's 2,000 people. Yeah. We had our own BET Awards in LA. How about that? I'll send you some footage.
That part.
And so I was moved to do this. And so now on Wednesday, the 20th of September, the 21st, we do this thing called Circle of Women. The Circle of Women is the annual event that we're doing. Brandy did it last year, and that's why we're doing it this year. And it's to kick off the fundraising season again. And so Ashley and Jasmine are going to teach a master class at the Milwaukee School of Ballet, because just like all the little white girls at the ballet, I can't wait to see the little black girls at my school doing ballet. And when a man treats them wrong, they just kick it pop mine.
Period.
Something about when you teach little black girls ballet, they just different.
Yeah.
They don't walk out of the club with their heels in their hands. They know how to stand up tall. And I think if they don't even become ballet dancers, it's just something about that discipline. Hell, look at Ashley and Jasmine, trained in ballet.
That part.
Like when me and Beyonce hired dancers, female dancers, we love for them to have training. Ebony and Ashley both are trained in ballet, and they were in Single Ladies making Beyonce
did that little leg thing.
But that kind of dance bookending makes Beyonce pull it up. And Beyonce look like she has ballet now, walking down that aisle. You see that walk she be doing down the
honey.
I said that's right, Beyonce. Show them you can walk, baby.
But here's the thing: she had to walk and lose my breath.
all of it. We worked on walking. It's a technique to that. Keep your knees straight, hold on, squeeze. It's a technique. But that's what the So IPOC stands for Intergenerational Performing Arts and Athletics Center. And I need
where can they donate and all that stuff to it?
It's easy. YWCASEW.org. It takes you to everything.
I love that.
Gala, everything Circle of Women, everything of what crazy Frank Gatson is doing. And shout out to Tracy Williams, the CEO, who believes in me. And guys, I mean this, let me compose myself. This is the most amazing thing I've ever done in my life.
I love that.
Because I get to save generations.
Mm-hmm. It's legacy.
And I'm excited. And I'm excited about this too, because I got family in Milwaukee too. I talked to my mom beforehand. I was like, so I know, the last name Johnson's in there. We got some McCullens in there as well too. And I was like, what are some of the other last names? Because I want my family in Milwaukee to benefit from this, because like just my family, we just we come from the rough side. Again, that's why I'm named Kenny.
Can we invite them to Circle of Women on September 21st?
Absolutely. I will call my auntie as soon as this is done. She was running for local politics last year, for politics in the city, for the city last year. So my aunt is like involved in the city and stuff like that too. So I would absolutely love to. Yeah.
But one more thing, since you have somebody there, and I hope she's listening, is that people get mad at me in Milwaukee because I lead with the story about what I saw with that sign. They said, why are you worried about getting young kids in the club? That's not it.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You missed the whole message.
You sure did.
I can't change those bad kids overnight, but I can raise up a new generation.
And you're also giving them a place where they feel welcome, because I'm sure they see those signs at the clubs and shit, and now they trigger and don't feel welcome there. So now you're also giving them a place to say you could be yourself and it's okay.
But we're also talking about the opportunity that a lot of us in our community don't get to have. Right? Yeah. A lot of us, I'm from Gary. Huh?
That's legitimate. See, I have the information. Right. I know what a PA is. Mm-hmm. I know what holding a microphone is.
Yeah. But some people don't.
Right. And I'm sorry for cutting you off, but also it's like every young person I know, tell me if I'm bugging, they think they're in show business anyway. They think they're in show business anyway. From the nails, from the lace fronts, from the outfits.
Everything's a production.
Instagram
Everything is a number.
They think they're in show business, right? So let me show you how to Let me show you how to really be a videographer or a director or a choreographer or business manager, or it's just so many great jobs. Actually, every dancer can make anywhere from $200,000 to $300,000 a year. That's real money. Mm-hmm. But she's trained in ballet. And then she met my butt, like I forget what year, she was 17, walking down the halls of Alvin Ailey, and I never forgot her. And she was supposed to go to Juilliard. Mm. But
you snagged her for single ladies.
She's been with Beyonce 17 years.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yes.
Making money.
Yeah.
Period. And making history.
That part.
Let's be all the way real.
So it's exciting. And I thank you for asking about it. Thank you so much.
Oh, absolutely.
No, I mean, and that's to be honest, like I was saying earlier, but those are the resources that can change lives and within our community. And I love that you understand, that you see that as well too, as like changing generations, right? Because a lot of us, especially coming from those communities, we get so caught up in the hustle that we're just only present in today, that we're not thinking about the legacy that we leave behind, and how we can make sure that those that come after us don't have to do. Right. And this is one of those things that can change and make that difference that a lot of us don't think about until it's too late, or that we are the only people in those moments that wish we had someone that thought about that for us beforehand.
Oh, you need to be on my team, bro. Okay. Come on.
Let me tell you,
thank you.
Like
you're hired.
Let me tell you, like being from Gary and having family in Milwaukee and living northside Minneapolis, like I come from communities where often we didn't have, right? And so I've understand, and I've met so many people, and I have that same energy like you too as well. Like when people get mad at me because I will say something, I'm like, but it's the truth. It's the truth, And a lot of these are just life lessons that we carry with us, and we put on display so other people can get those lessons without having to go through.
a lot of times people forget that generational wealth and passing it forward doesn't just mean monetarily.
Right.
And that's where a lot of people don't miss.
Yeah.
And you need that knowledge and that information, that wealth of information to gain the monetary wealth that's also out there for you. And that's a lot of times the piece that a lot of people miss. And then just to hoard information and knowledge, that ain't helping nobody. It ain't even helping yourself, honestly, because that means you think you know it all and that you can't learn and get a different perspective. And that once you put it out there, you might learn and be like, dang, hold on, that shifts that. Level up, ho. And so that's the part of it that a lot of people miss as well. So I love hearing this because that's the legacy. People are like, oh, the single ladies, da 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 da. No, this is the legacy. All of that built you up to do this.
I love you all for having me, but I know show business. I don't know a lot of things. I didn't know how to get on this podcast.
But show business, okay? Look.
Right.
Business, okay? And it's something else, that I would love to do. Executives at these labels, I'll go on record and say this, just like me, they don't know what they're doing because no one should be selling the audio anymore.
Say that again.
Yeah.
They should be selling the footage.
Visuals.
Think of it like this. When I was younger,
behind the scenes shit.
We used to buy CDs, and you could buy a cappella, you could buy the instrumental, you could buy the remix, and you could do whatever you want with it with your record player and mix it at your party. But imagine, have you ever seen a video you want to see more of the good-looking guy, more of the good-looking girl, more of the dance number, more of the
different angles, the whole choreography?
I've done at least 400 videos in my life, and I see almost 3 hours to 10 hours worth of footage. Run the World has 10 hours worth of footage. And the world sees only 3 minutes or 4 minutes. Sell that shit.
Period.
And give it to the consumer. You go, I just bought a Beyonce footage. I got all the footage of Frank Them Crazy in Love choreography. I have Jay-Z. I have Beyonce's close-up. I have the booty dance. Let me take Jay-Z out of it and just have the girls do the booty dance. Let me take Beyonce close-up or that video where, what's that video where D'Angelo used to rotate? And I remember people look down at the video, look down at the screen to see if they could see his pubic hair.
Peeping down.
I want to see the dangle.
So you should
guilty.
Can you imagine if you could buy the outtakes of Thriller and edit your own version of Thriller? We got iMovie. We got all these things. So no one should ever say, have you heard Brandy? No one should ever say, have you heard Beyonce?
Have you seen her?
Because the movie people are making money. You got Netflix, Ickflix, Netflix, Strickflix, Ooflix, whatever. You got all this stuff. But the label is caught up in audio. And they only went to streaming because they had to.
Yeah. I mean, that's the point.
It's a visual world. And
I agree.
It's the access to the internet, right? The access to the internet now makes being visual that much easier to do, especially compared to audio.
Right.
And with the streaming, and I mean, I think about for instance, the pricing of concerts these days, right? At the way that these tickets are going for concerts, people aren't going to want to go to concerts anymore. This is a great idea.
The visual world may make one go more, but they're gonna have to have a show.
I was thinking the opposite too.
Let me tell you this, because I'm going to Beyonce on Thursday. The tickets for the Beehive was $2,000 here in Seattle compared to the $500 in Paris. You know how hard it was? The idea of paying triple, quadruple for what I paid in Paris, baby.
I said, take my money.
I promote Club Renaissance. That's just me. Okay,
that's where I was. I was in Club Renaissance in Paris. $500 for the ticket.
Yeah, but I'm not. I think the tickets are expensive too. But I want to get back to my visual world for a second. I know this is not my interview, but I don't want to call it a visual album.
This is your interview, baby.
I don't want to call it a visual album. I don't want to call it a video album. You know what I want to call it?
What?
A Gatson.
A Gatson.
I see that in my home.
Just the respect on that name.
Right.
Okay. Because I've been saying this. So, you know where I first said it and when we first did it was Beyonce's B-Day project.
Baby,
when we did all those videos, we were supposed to release footage with that.
I'm still mad about Kitty Cat. I just have to say, I am still mad about Kitty Cat
because
it is the
You
best.
wanted the whole song.
It's the best visual of all of B-Day.
We did the whole song.
But I wanted the whole song for the visual, baby.
Yeah, but we did. You didn't hear me. We did the whole visual.
And I don't got the whole visual. That's
because of the record label. He's telling you the record
label. I know.
And that is why I am
still mad.
All of it just got too busy. It was too ambitious. You understand what I'm saying? It was like to get all the footage. Now we're going to take outtakes of Beyonce. We got to beautify those. We got to put them in package. So that's why it only ended up being the video.
Especially in that time frame, because y'all put that shit together quick.
I will say this. I will say that, and I appreciate the outlook of it being too busy. But let me tell you, it's those visuals that make B-Day my favorite Beyonce album to this day.
Yeah.
Because nobody else was doing it. No one else was doing it. And every track had a visual. And it made me see the lyrics.
That's a
Gatson. In a different way that I never would have. That I never would have.
Okay.
That's the look.
That's a Gatson, okay? But you know, in this new world where the visual Gatson album is so... Now, when you sign artists, I'm going to get in trouble for saying this again. When I met Rihanna, when she walked in the room...
I have a question about that SOS.
When she walked in the room, she just lit it up. Just by being there. You understand? Moesha was a star by just walking up to the set. You understand? So now people in this new world, they're going to have to possess something that the visual likes. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But I mean, honestly, this is why TikTok is why it's TikTok. Like, it's the visual. It's doing the same thing you're saying, and that's why it blew up. And that's why from the get-go, I was like, ooh, TikTok about to be that. I love because everybody likes the visual.
I have a great concept. We can talk about it offline about that.
Yeah. Okay. Absolutely, baby.
Absolutely. But before we get out of here, though, because we can talk, we're gonna have to have Frank back out.
Yeah, we're gonna have to for sure, 100%. Yes,
I'm enjoying myself.
But with a lot of guests, we like to do a segment that we call Curiosity, and so we're just gonna throw a couple your way.
And this is for you, baby. These are questions for you.
So it could be like either your favorite or something that sparked a memory.
All right.
And so the first one we're gonna say is "Lose My Breath" or "No, No, No."
Okay, you know when I talk shit comes in my eyes. That's why I'm. But really, like I call it ballet eye tears. You know those little white things that come in your eyes.
Yes.
Like I used to take ballet class. It come in my eyes. So when I talk a long time, we used to call it ballet breath when your breath stink. But also like little white, that white matter that comes in your eyes.
Yeah.
I can't wipe the cold. So that's why I keep wiping my lips. I don't want to feel crusty and. So
that's why I keep
black. All the way black.
May I have the question again, please?
Yes. Lose my breath or no, no, no?
No, no, no.
No.
Ooh, okay. Freakum Dress or Crazy in Love?
Crazy in Love.
Okay. Mrs. Carter Tour or the I Am Tour?
Wow. A tie. Can I say that?
Oh. Why is it a tie?
Yes, I would love to hear that.
That's some of my most amazing work. Me and Beyonce and the team. Okay, both of them.
Yeah. Okay, so maybe give us your favorite moment from the I Am Tour and your favorite moment from the Mrs.
That
Carter
I would love to hear.
I love how her entrance in the I Am Tour.
Okay. Yeah.
When she just walked in, so simple, just her and the low line haze and nothing but the little outfit and look. And people went crazy. We want some Michael Jackson shit for sure there, So,
1,000. Yeah. 1,000%. What was your favorite moment the opening for both of the tours you just enjoyed?
Hello?
I think he froze. I think what was your favorite moment of the other tour? Yeah.
Okay, so I just said
Mrs. Carter.
Mrs. Carter?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mrs. Carter tour.
Now you didn't caught me in a little fib. The whole damn thing.
The whole damn thing.
Here's the thing. The Mrs. Carter tour, I'll never forget that tour because I had just started dating my husband. And so I went and saw it with him. And then I went and saw it again later that summer because she came to Chicago twice for some reason that summer. and it was like the beginning of the summer, and maybe it was like December actually. It was like cold out. I remember
it was August.
And,
the first one was in August.
And then maybe the second one's like December,
because
I feel like it was later. Like sleeting or something. But like even though I have like, again, like I'm 39, so like I damn near feel like I grew up with like Beyonce and them. So like I've been there since like the No, the first album. It was like one of the first albums I was able to buy with my own money and shit. But that the Mrs. Carter tour, even more so than the I Am tour for me, is when I was like, this bitch. Like it was like, I'm like, this bitch is on some other shit right now. Like because she had like it was the first time where she really like outdid herself with like we talking about visuals, the visuals in the background. So she came with the Queen outfit, and then like the grown woman, the grown woman,
baby,
and I guess when you say that, I think I remember one day me and Beyonce were looking at these lights that they had. And the light director said, no one's ever had these before. So it's like production value stepped up.
The production value was insanity.
You know.
And ever since then, each one, like, so from there to like to Formation to On the Run and to Formation to On the Run 2 and to now Renaissance, like each fucking time I want to like throw something at her because I don't know how you are continually blowing my fucking mind every time. And I just love people that work hard, spend the coin, and still want to get better. And she keeps doing that shit to me. That's why I enjoy Beyonce.
But more importantly, you come to someone who has the answer. And I'm going to challenge every artist in the world. She just gets it.
Yeah. Period.
He just gets it. You know, there's, like some artists I know, they mad because there's a pretty girl standing next to him. Beyonce wants them to be the prettiest girl.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she's never intimidated by that little stupid stuff. Don't put her next to me or this or like if I leave stage, I need somebody out there who's going to keep my show together. Okay, so they better be good. It's I just commend her. Like this is my favorite thing with Beyonce. We were doing a video. And you know how the director will kind of blow smoke and exaggerate? I said, Beyonce, that director's lying to you. Beyonce went to that director like a man. Like, yo, Frank said that we're not having that like that. And he said, oh, we're going to have it. And she says, I don't like people. She said, I don't like people lying to me. Just let me know. Just like so, not negative.
Not mean.
Yeah.
Just a fact.
It's matter of fact.
Yeah,
matter of fact. Yeah.
And I think that kind of stuff is important. I can't explain it any better than that. I don't know where that comes from. I want to take a credit for some of it because I used to also, when we were on a video set, and I do this with all my artists. Have you ever been on a music video set, guys?
I have not.
When everybody first gets,
I've only been on a movie set, but not.
When everybody first gets to the set, everybody's procrastinating. That they're in makeup and hair, they're getting their nails done, and then all of a sudden you're not on time for the first shot. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And so I used to go up to Beyonce, and I go up to Brandy these days too. I said, they're wasting your money.
That's all you got.
Let's go.
Hey.
And
immediately.
You have to tell me twice.
Let's go. They'll get to the set. They may not even have their hair done, but that puts smoke under the crew because I hate videos. All these videos I've always done. At the end of the night, you don't have what you need because you didn't start on time.
Right.
Yeah.
That bothers the shit.
So I'm like an instigator. I can't eat when I'm on a video set. I'm just like this.
On.
Mm-hmm. We got 12 hours. Mm-hmm. And then I'm the first one to get out of there when it wraps.
So I'm out this bitch.
And you know why? Because you did your job. You knew that you showed up, you worked, and it's like, look.
Yeah, but we got to stop playing. We should have fun, but let's get the job done because we don't have enough money in the budget to get it done. And I think that's important for artists to always work. Okay, here's another thing too that pisses me off. I need to get a new manager. No, you're the manager. Artists, tell them what you need.
That's a revelation.
If they don't do what you need them to do when you talk to them about doing it, maybe then. But you're the leader.
Yeah.
Lead.
That's why I think so many acts that have family being their managers at first, they may not know what they're doing completely, but they're in it to win it.
Yeah, there's a hunger there.
They're invested.
So when you find somebody who got your back, who gets in the mud with you, who stays up all night with you, who's on the phone call at 4:00, I got a concept. You need those kind of people.
It goes back to what you were saying at the top of the call. It's about like that passion. Like if I'm not yelling at you, I don't love you.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
All right. Here's another one for you.
Okay.
Never Gonna Get It or Free Your Mind?
Never Gonna Get It.
Ooh, why?
Free Your Mind is corny to me, that song.
Okay.
Okay.
But
Did you like the video though?
The production value of the video is out of here. It made that song.
Right.
What the message is
100%.
amazing. It made that song. But My Love and Never Gonna Get It. EnVogue went from here to there.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
You know,
I agree.
Matthew Rawson, hats off that. Oh, and that was my first MTV award.
Really?
Period. VMAs
Yeah.
tonight. I know that's right. So, on that note, what's the difference between making a good like choreography moment in a video versus like the VMAs and BET Awards and all that? Like, because it's two kind of almost different kind of skill sets. What makes a memorable video? What makes a memorable live performance of it?
That question is weird. Both are important.
They're both important, but like I think in my head, like Deja Vu is like one of my favorite Beyonce
What do you
songs.
do? What do you do differently for a performance on stage that you would perhaps do differently for a performance in a video for the same song?
Because the video and the BET Awards moment completely different.
I have a better way to answer it now. It's interesting to me.
Okay.
When we did Deja Vu on stage in the BET Awards, people loved that performance. They ate it up. She killed it. But then they didn't like the video that much.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love the video.
That blew up.
I did too. I'm not gonna lie.
We were afraid of that album once we saw that people didn't like the video. So I guess we always feel like the video is key to setting up the project. And that's got to win so the project will sell. Because every time you do an award show, that's just to market the project more.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I would think you would want the video to nail it. But for some reason with Deja Vu, that live performance outdid the video. So that's
my favorite part of that video is when, and it's, I'm always about the weird moments because it's the musicality of the music for me. It's the camera. She said, "Is you," and the camera goes woo, woo with her. Yeah. Took me out. I don't know why it took me out.
I can't play softball still to this day, especially when I'm playing third base. I'm so damn gay. But when Beyonce is doing her dance and she kicking up the dirt, bitch, and she turning, I'd be literally on the softball field kicking dirt because I literally think about that music video all the time.
See, now you're where I'm at. Since I'm hiring you. Like, we had worked so hard that day in the swamps with the alligators in the human hot. And people didn't like it. This girl's but we found out that people liked Beyonce being with others.
They like the whole grandiosity of the moment.
Yeah, it was Jay-Z and her. That was it. And the alligators.
Yeah. And the alligators. But the fashion was everything. The hair was everything.
Yeah. When she was on that water.
The Josephine Baker story.
There was alligators in that water when she was doing bitch, and she looked good going like this.
So did.
That was the bayou in New Orleans.
Stop playing.
I will never forget that. And that's what she worked so hard. She was doing that. My favorite step, the ball head.
Yeah, look, yes.
Did you see my old ass doing it on that viral video?
Yeah.
Yes.
I also gotta say there was one other part of that video that I like, and it's when she's going like this.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why, but
and she got the legs crossed.
That's her choreography. That's her choreography. That's her feeling it,
There we go. There we go. What's your favorite choreography you've ever done? Where you're like, I just ate the shit out of that.
It's something that Beyonce does, and it's mine. And it's so simple. And I used to do it when I was a dancer. You ever know when, I can't do it. You ever know when things end and Beyonce's looking back like that?
Yes.
Yes.
Like in Crazy in Love?
It's in a lot of things. She'll dun, dun, dun. Look. I used to do that as a dancer. And that to me is a Frank trademark. And she made it really famous for me at the end of Crazy in Love.
She does that in the concert. I'm gonna be on Thursday. I'll be like, "That's Frank. That's Frank." I was gonna be on Thursday.
And she brought the whole choreography back for Renaissance, by the way. I know you.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
But
It's
like,
verbatim.
we talked about that a few
just
episodes ago. I was like, she brought
the guys do that.
episode.
We didn't do that, but everything is verbatim.
Right.
But you understand why that's like if you can go back and find old footage of me dancing, and I had to freestyle, I would always do stuff like that, and I would turn around, and I gotta be frank, and I wanted my ass to look good too. Okay, so my pants had to sag the right way. You know what I'm saying? And that was to be my ending pose. I could probably send you some stuff of it. And so when Beyonce made it be international, it just tripped me out. And so when I see people do with other acts now, I don't take credit for it, but I kind of low key take credit for it.
Yeah,
it's a gas. That's
it's a gas.
That's one step, but EnVogue did it too. So it's my little ism that I just feel like it comes from me. So that would probably be my favorite move.
What do you say? Because like this was a question like the community sent us in maybe a month and a half ago, where they always say, "Oh, Janet or the J-Los or the Beyoncés can't dance." Like when you hear that critique, like what goes through your mind? Because like I'm like, are y'all tripping? Like I think they feel like maybe in a club they wouldn't be able to do a 2-step or something. I'm like, no, these bitches are. Sorry, I shouldn't say bitches. But these ladies I guess dancing their asses off.
But I guess you got to say you have to ask yourself, what is dance?
That's a word.
Okay. Now you could say maybe somebody doesn't have great training. I think an excellent professional like a Peanut. I don't know if you know who Bethany Strong is. She's a girl with really short hair. She's in freakum dress. And then
she was
yeah. Oh, I know you're talking about. Yes,
those are excellent dancers. Danielle Polanco was the girl that was Omarion. Like touch.
Omarion.
Touch.
And Anne-Marie.
That's an incredible dancer because she's trained. She's all around. She understands technique. But then I think there's a little girl in the backyard that just can dance. So you got to really, when people say, right, exactly. We have to understand what they mean. So I would think it's better for them to say someone's dancing doesn't come through.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Because J-Lo really does choreography well. Janet really does choreography well. Beyonce really does choreography well. But you can't tell me I Miss You Much if Rhythm Nation ain't good. Okay.
Come on.
Thank you.
You still got
you
still got
you can't tell me if
generations later still doing it.
You can't tell me that J-Lo, when she gets to summer and goes through the air and stuff like that, that's my favorite stuff when she goes and do her culture.
Mine is
right.
And she does that little
her culture always comes through because she has the technique to be thrown in the air. That's hard. And Beyonce, I remember one time we went to see Alvin Ailey, okay, and I've sat next to Beyonce. And Alvin Ailey wanted Beyonce to be in a gala show where she was going to play, I forget the dance number. They were going to choreograph the actual dance on Beyonce. And I was tickled with Beyonce sitting next to me. Damn, Frank, I could have done that. I said, I know. And I know the number has 3 guys and 1 girl. I forget the name of it.
Okay.
And the guys have on derby. It's a famous ballet or dance number in Alvin Ailey. And so Beyonce really is like a vampire. And when she sees a step, she wants to do exactly like the person. It's kind of interesting. I'm getting in trouble with what I'm going to say. You notice that she's not doing a lot of the voguing.
Correct. Yes, absolutely.
And I think that's because I think something was wrong with her knee earlier on. And voguing is down there. That knee got to work. Okay. And so I think she just had to shy away from it in a very professional way and just let Honey Balenciaga just kill it all, okay? Or whoever knows, Carlos.
She's like, let them young knees do that shit.
But that's her respecting it.
Yeah.
Right.
You understand?
And you can see that, and you can clearly see that she says,
I'm not gonna
half
do their style.
Yeah.
Right.
That part of
it. And I like at the end how it's a clear spotlight when she goes into Summer Renaissance. She says, I don't need to be on the stage for someone else to have a moment. And she lets the ballroom, you get to see old school, you get to see new school, you get to see face, you get to see body. And she's back there, going on to the next thing. Right?
But that's what she's serious about that mess. She's not going to leave her stage to some mess.
Right.
I done got them for you. Keep them while I go change.
Yeah,
honey.
Look,
keep them.
And they do. They rise to the occasion.
That's another thing, artists. Don't be putting no poop butts on your stage while you're going to quick change, because it's hard to get the audience.
It's hard to get them back.
And I can't lie. There have been times when I've been like, come back on the stage. Where you at? Like when you who is
for
this?
Some other artists.
I didn't pay money for this. Like, get back out here. But
that's funny. That's funny. But that's entertainment 101.
Yeah.
1000%. I'm gonna throw out a couple names here. Just tell me maybe the first thing that pops in your head. Debbie Allen.
Legend.
Lori Ann.
My child.
Oh.
Alvin Ailey.
I wish more people knew about them, especially people of color.
Yeah. Jeffrey Holder.
Oh, legendary.
Let's go with Anthony Burrell.
My protege, who I absolutely adore.
Jaquel Knight.
A genius, because at 17, he could do what a 50-year-old choreographer could do. He could control the room. Yeah.
Tina Landon.
Why did you get mad at me when you thought I was trying to get the Rihanna job back? Okay.
Why was I waiting for the nice gowns?
That's a real question, though. Why are you mad?
Why?
Hit us up in the comments.
Right, let us know, Tina.
No, I love Tina though, but I just think that was such a misunderstanding.
Yeah.
Interesting.
You know, I had worked with Rihanna before you, and I got the right to talk to Rihanna because I had done SOS and I had done Unfaithful. You know,
and I'm glad you brought that back up because, like, I want to ask you: was it you that got Rihanna the little shake?
I think that was Lavelle Smith.
Okay. That's become like iconic and now it's like in every meme.
But Lavelle Smith co-partnered with me on that.
Okay.
In the beginning, especially SOS.
Let's see here. I'll give you a couple more. Travis Payne.
Oh, genius. Gifted.
Late Twins.
Oh.
Oh, not the laugh.
You know, it's really weird how they respect their form of dance, but they always say, "But Frank, you're the godfather of dance. We love you."
Okay. That's cool.
Show them respect.
Absolutely.
Let's see here. Sean Bankhead.
Amazing. Proud. I saw him in a Tiffany Evans video. I knew he was going to be somebody.
Yes, Promise Ring.
Yeah. When he did that little flip, I said he going to be somebody, you know. And, and I even got to recommend him for Star.
Really?
Wow. You know, I'm taking that credit, Sean. So make sure you.
I know that's right. And then Beyonce.
A friend.
Oh, love that. Well, Frank, you're gonna have to come back.
Yes,
we're holding you hostage. You're coming back.
Please do.
Because what we try to do, at least on this podcast and this platform, is give folks flowers that deserve the flowers. And there's so many people that have come before us that we just owe a debt of gratitude towards. And you are in that bucket.
Absolutely.
I know you say people be mad at you. It is what it is. Like your tree, your everything that you've given this world, and now even with the YWCA stuff, they can't take that away from you. And it's gonna be here long before we all are gone. And you've pushed culture forward for folks that look and sound like us. So thank you. So I want to put that out there on behalf of all of us because it's truly necessary. It's truly necessary to see, like, literally Carell at like 14, 15 years old seeing the Destiny Child, seeing not even before Destiny Child, a Brandy. I was so fucking obsessed with Brandy. I will be there, like everything. And
so that's
people
a gesture
behind
that's
the
famous
scenes
that I collaborate with Todd with to come up with.
God.
That's a trick when I see everybody. When I see people do that, but also if you ever watch that video when Brandy's laying on the floor, that's my jacket.
Is it really?
Give me my jacket back.
I'm gonna steal that jacket one day. I'm sorry.
No, but honestly, and I agree with Carell. Like, like when Carell was asking you the names and you were saying, I wish people knew more about Av and Ailey. Like, this is the moment where we make sure that people know more about you and your legacy, right? And making sure that the community, our community, and those in our community and outside of our community know who you are as well too. And I really, honestly, I appreciate you being on here so much. And you please have to come back on sometime soon, because these are the stories a lot of us, and I won't say a lot of us, I'm gonna speak to myself. I don't have, because I come from a family of mostly women, no Black women, everything, and I love my Black women, but there is something about just coming together as a Black man with other Black men that fuels my soul, that just inspires me. And your legacy and your story is something that helps me be like, I can, if that makes sense, right? So I love having you on. It's meant a lot to me.
Think of the popcorn.
Yeah, and that's all. Yep, and that's all. Absolutely.
And I know we don't have time.
Hot on it myself.
I would be wrong not to give you the rest of that story. 6 years ago, you know Chris Grant. I hate you to ask about Chris Grant. I love Chris Grant.
Actually, he's on my list, but I felt like I was asking too many. Chris Grant.
Chris Grant is a genius. He's like
he
Beyonce,
dances so fucking
hard. When he danced
hard.
with Beyonce the first day, she touched him and we're like, "You're not real." And now he got my damn job. Okay. But
here's the thing: like, his choreography is so distinct. Like, you can tell even like in Renaissance, the part where bring the beat in, and I forget the little account they do. I was like, oh, that's Chris Grant there.
Yeah, right.
He dances so fucking hard.
Right, no doubt about it. And
he hits so hard.
I love him. He's the best dancer in the world to me. I would say that too. But he was with me one day that him and we went to Katherine Jackson's home. Okay, I was going to say where it is, but we went to her home. Big old beautiful house. Michael left his mom good, and Tito's got 3 sons, the 3 T's. I think this son Taj. I told him the story about his grandmama doing that, and he said, "Please go in the kitchen and tell grandma that story, please." Okay. This is like 6-7 years ago. Michael had passed away. And I go in the kitchen and I see Katherine Jackson sitting at the table, big old beautiful kitchen, security. They were like, "Who is this guy?" I get on my knee like I'm going to propose to her. And I tell her the story. "Miss Jackson, you came to the set of Smooth Criminal. And I remember, you were eating popcorn. You were doing like this to your fingers and stuff. That woman was sitting there eating toast. Do you know she did the same thing with the toast crumb?"
Really?
She don't like them crumbs on her fingers.
Laughed. And it was the most precious thing ever.
Yeah.
You understand? And this woman, you just see life in her and all these brilliant kids that she raised. And I like those things, some way those things apply to the YWCA. And the love that you all are giving me. Like, people, I know some going to talk bad about me with this, what I done said, but I don't mean any harm. I come from love, and these brothers here of mine, they come from love, and you all made me feel so special. And it's all, we got to talk about the popcorn.
Yeah.
Popcorn.
I love popcorn.
I dare somebody come incorrect in our comments.
I really do.
Honey.
Not ours.
Not going to happen.
Not ours.
Not today, not tomorrow, not any day.
Yeah, but you know how it is. It's just misunderstandings.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Facts. No, that's true. That is true. Well, Frank, I mean, I don't know how they don't know how to find you, but if they can't find you, where can they find you on like social? What's all the social?
I thought I typed it in somewhere. Is that?
Yeah. We know. We'll post it, but if they're just listening to the audio,
social media thing, that's at Frank Gatson, Gatson. find me. Also, I would love for everybody today, because I'm trying to really make the YWCA be my priority. Follow at YWCASEW. That stands for YWCA Southeast Wisconsin, but at YWCASEW. If you want to donate and find out more about my programs, YWCASEW.org, I guess. And you can come to everything. And please come to Ashley and Jasmine's class. We're at the big Milwaukee Valley School downtown, and we want to do something really special for all the young people in Milwaukee and older people. You can be 8 to 90 to come to this dance class, okay? So come on.
I want to put it out there for all y'all that work in corporate. Most of y'all make sure that you get out there. Let me just say that again.
Say that again. The devil was trying to stop you. You froze.
Look, most of y'all that work in corporate jobs have double matching donations, which means your employer will match what you donate. So please, please, if you don't know what this is at your company, go out to HR or talk to whoever you got to talk to find out about double matching, so that when you do donate, you double down on the donation by getting your company to do that the same day.
Period.
I love that.
Frank, we thank you. We love you. You are welcome back anytime. And we mean that. We mean it. We don't tell everybody.
I want to come back right before the gala, December 29th.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Make it happen.
Absolutely.
You know what? I want to go to the gala.
Yeah. Oh, in Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
I want to go to I honestly, I want to come back and I want to show up and support for you.
Is that the Market Performing Arts Center? You know where that is? That big white building downtown?
Yeah.
Performing Arts Center. We're in the big hall too, okay?
Okay.
Now, I know that's right.
All right.
I know that.
Hey,
like 2,000
in the building.
Yeah.
There we go.
This is great.
We'll put all that stuff on our socials as well. Okay. Anything else in your hearts and minds?
And if you need anything from me, like footage or something that I need to get to you, I can get that to you, okay?
Perfect.
Absolutely.
We will post whatever we need to post. So you let us know. So if there's like official stuff that you post, let us know and we'll post it on our socials.
And you all are at different places?
Yes.
We are actually all in different places. Like I'm in
it's gotten dark. One second.
Let me see.
Honey. Wow. Yes, it's the second half of the year. It changes up quick.
Yeah. I'm in Seattle, Washington.
Okay.
And I'm in Philadelphia now. I've been everywhere. And then it's good. It's nice.
And I'm usually in New York City. That's where I call home, but I'm currently in Rio de Janeiro currently.
She been down there vacating and everything for the last damn month.
I'll be back in a week or so.
Inspire the retire?
Yep. No, inspire
or retire.
Or level up.
Oh,
these are not low vibrational conversations.
Nope.
How is Rio de Janeiro?
Oh, honey. There we go.
No, that was no freeze.
No, but honey, what? Honey, good.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Okay. I bet they want Beyonce over there, don't they?
Huh?
Oh, the world wants Beyonce everywhere. Are you kidding?
Oh, yeah, they definitely do.
Everywhere that I've gone down here that has been playing music, Beyonce has been played.
Right.
Everywhere. Well, there was a wedding where she wasn't played, and then there was one other place, but that was about it.
I think it's hard to take that show there.
Oh, I'm sure.
But she should go there, South America.
I honestly, I don't know why it would be. If you think about Carnival and how like all of the schools have their queen that represents, their each school. This concept is not new.
There's got to be.
They love the music.
There's got to be a reason, because those people go crazy for good music.
Maybe it's
absolutely.
taxes.
I mean, Bruno Mars was just down in Brazil as well too. Like the last 2 days, he just had a 2-day performance down there too, and just ate it up.
Yeah. Beyonce said, "I'm getting ready for Act 2 and 3 of y'all asses. Shut up."
Because I think she's gonna sit down for a minute.
I said the same thing.
This is the grand opus.
And we should keep
please, Lord, don't let it be.
And we should keep our fingers crossed for all 5.
I want all 5. Well, let me think. All 5, not all 6. Yes, all 5.
All 5.
And then I want all 5 of EnVogue too. By the way, EnVogue, stop playing
I
with
pray
me.
for that every day. And I got to experience that with EnVogue. They did something about 2-3 years ago, and I was in a room.
That was going to stay.
I skipped rehearsal every day.
I bet you did.
It was just so amazing.
I bet you did.
And that goes back to that conversation we had earlier. If you all
take that ego out there, it's show business.
Shout out to Cindy, Terry, and Rona for keeping the thing alive. But Max and Dawn, put all bygones away. Come back. And those girls will take you back with open arms. Because
and quite frankly, the opportunity that they have together versus, and we've seen what they've done apart.
Yeah, but that's that thing. Like if we 4 were in a group and we were making money and had hits, I ain't gotta like y'all.
I sure don't. Nothing coming between the money. Nothing's coming between the money.
The Rolling Stones and Aerosmith and all of them get along? Hell no.
You get on that stage and kill it every night. And
that's right.
And even if we don't do it for ourselves,
we cry into our envelopes as we open up our paychecks.
No, but do it for the fans.
Absolutely.
That's it.
And here's the thing. The gift is not yours at the end of the day. Like, that's the thing I think a lot of people forget. Yeah. You did not create the gifts that you got. Yes, you got to work and hone them and things like that. But the gifts comes from, I believe in God, comes from the creator of above. So you are doing a disservice to that. He gave you these gifts to part because there's somebody out there that need what you have. And so that's what bothers me a lot of times when groups and shit like break up. I'm like, it ain't about you, ho.
But once again, do the business. And that's really it. And I thank God all the time that He allows me to do what I love.
Yeah.
I saw my mother get up every morning at 5 a.m. to go work at a factory. And she didn't love that, but she did.
But she did what she needed to do.
But I just did 3 things. I guess I shouldn't be talking about it, but I can. I put it out there. I did 3 things with Brandy in the last 4 weeks, and I'm so excited for it.
Yeah.
It's just. Oh, I didn't tell y'all. Exclusive.
We love an exclusive.
This is exclusive. I know there's some footage somewhere, but the night that Beyonce said, "Hold up, is that Frank?
Is that Frank?"
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
10 minutes before that, at least 10, 15 minutes before that, right, probably after Blue performs, I'm standing right here in the Club Renaissance. Jay-Z and all the star people stand like maybe 10 feet away.
Yeah.
Right there by that bar. You know where I'm talking about, right?
Yep, because Megan and Jay-Z were there in Paris. Right. I know exactly what you're talking about.
I heard, and Chris Grant is standing next to me, exclusive. It warms my heart. It makes me emotional again, okay? I'm such an emotional wreck. I hear, "Is that Frank?" Jay-Z comes up to me and gives me dab. Wow, Frank, and it warmed my heart. And I finished, and I just tripped, and all the fans started taking pictures, so I know somebody got it, And I wish somebody please send it out if you have it. I would love to see it. And then he just went back and enjoyed the rest of the show. But he leaves before Beyonce flies through that area. Okay.
Yes.
But when he left, somebody slapped me on the back one more time. "Yo, Frank, good seeing you." Da 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 da. And I just thought to myself, and this is so corny. Tell me if I'm being corny. That husband and wife, they must laugh about my crazy ass in privacy.
That's not crazy. That's not crazy.
Because to see
that's
that
not crazy.
Hey,
I'm not trying to brag or nothing or anything.
But here's the thing: that it shows that they truly love you.
Yeah.
Because for him to do that, and then also for her to be on that horse and going across the stadium, and you hear the joy of her saying it, because clearly she's like, "Oh, is that right?" She had to do that.
Right. And then
that was a moment for you and her, and for you and Jay.
And it's so funny to see those Beehive.
It's not corny at
those
all.
Beehive people saying, "Oh, he must have paid for a ticket. She didn't even know he was there." Ain't that messy?
That is very messy.
Okay.
But that's very messy.
I didn't want to be making a big deal. Not only was I there, people, I was 25 feet from the stage with my minivan.
Say a word. Say a word.
Okay, and I'm bragging for all you haters. I hate haters.
But also about like respecting someone's art too, and being willing to pay.
I was treated wonderful, and I had nothing to say, but that was so special to me because it was like that. Like, what is that? That's why I enjoy what I do. That's love because he knows who I am and I know who they are. But it just warmed my heart because that was a husband and wife thing.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. 1000%.
You know, that crazy ass man, Frank. Where is he at? You know, it's just like that's all I felt. You know. So anyway, that's the exclusive. No one's ever heard that part. No one knows.
Hey, okay.
Yeah, I love that.
Right here on Minority Report.
And Frank, I do want to say 2 weeks ago, I saw the report, like the posting of Brandy being in like a holiday like movie, and I got so excited. I've always been a Brandy like fan, but I saw her in LA when she was doing Chicago. That is the first time I actually cried at a musical watching someone singing.
Are you a Libra?
No, I'm a Capricorn. So I'm a thug, so I don't even cry. I don't even cry.
She got 1.5 feelings.
1.5, okay?
Right.
But literally, I took my sister because she had just moved out to LA. And I was like, I'm going to take you to see Chicago. And Brandy was Roxy. And I don't care. She could do whatever at this point.
Yeah.
I'm following off the cliff.
Brandy was the first album that I bought with my own money. The very first one I bought with my own money. Oh, wow. The first Brandy album. I remember exactly where I was at the Bay City Mall. Like, I remember everything about it. And I was maybe 11, 12. And like, I remember going to Bay City Mall, going to the Camelot. Remember Camelot back in the day? And asking my parents, can I buy this album? And they're like, okay, who's Brandy? Da, da, da. So I remember having to explain who Brandy was and all that stuff.
He's also a PK, like, by the way. He's a pastor.
I'm a PK, a double PK at that. And they were like, okay, does it have parental advisory? It's like, no, I ain't got no parental advisory. And I remember being so proud of buying that Brandy album. So I've been to Brandy stand for like forever. Right. First album I've ever bought with my own money was, or CD.
I adore her, especially with her backing me so much on this YWCA. I got Brandy. We're getting ready to do some big stuff.
Yeah,
I hope so. I want her to get back with Rodney too. That's the other thing. That's another person to people. Rodney, like I said, and there's more on Rodney's probably side.
Just stay tuned, okay?
We got
it better be Rodney and Brandy.
We gonna stay. We gonna stay. I
don't even want to say Dark Child. Rodney.
That's a special voice. Yes. That's a special voice. Oh, that's what people don't know.
Absolutely.
1,000.
And that's literally why I cried tears. Because I heard it.
I believe it.
In real time.
Well, Frank, we appreciate you, man. We appreciate you're welcome back anytime. We'll post all of this on our social. But honestly, come back before the gala. We'll have you on again. Make sure you're getting out there to support. And community, wash your hands, wash your legs, wash your ass, and we'll see you next week.
All right, bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all.
Take care of you. Peace.